This had better be important.
Need the help of an elder, huh?
Behold!
Too late for regrets.
The wind rises. Ah! Quit following me. You think I've... Sharp tongue? I just tell it like it is. If someone can't handle it, maybe that's their problem.
So, Sucrose, the package you need to be careful when you're opening packages. I once had a friend mail me some research materials. Once I opened it, if your package contains anything like that, then maybe you should...
No, this package didn't contain...
Timaeus! Sucrose! What are you two chatting about?
Oh, hey, you two. We're just talking about a strange package that Sucrose received recently.
A strange package?
Yes. I believe it's from a Sumeru scholar who came here to study in Mondstadt.
Huh? A package from an academia scholar?
There wasn't anything dangerous inside. I think I've seen Timaeus with some similar-looking cards before.
You've seen me with some cards?
No, they didn't look like...
Oh, you meant these? Huh.
No, never. Recently, I've been spending all my time up in the mountains working on cultivating
You could definitely say that it's trending, but not as an area of It's called Genius Invocation TCG.
Genius Invocation TCG! Yeah, we've been hearing about this game all over the place. We didn't know it had made it all the way to Mondstadt.
That's right. The game's been catching on lately. The Yae Publishing House. It starts with a young guy in Sumeru who finds an ancient casket of tomes. It turns out that the Crocodile King was King after being unexpectedly released by the kid. The Huh? What's wrong, Sucrose? If you're interested in how the story plays...
No. I was just thinking...
Well, I did go through a phase recently where I wasn't putting enough focus on my work, but it's under control now.
Well...
Oh?
Well, since it's a gift from a researcher I've collaborated with, I thought that I should at least try to learn the rules. That way,
Oh, right! And since it's a game from Sumeru, who knows? Okay, fine. Paimon's curious, although... It seems like we can't learn how to play...
Well, research is... But if you'd like to learn the rules of Genius Invocation TCG, then I'd actually suggest you go to the Cat's Tail. Yep, that's the place. It's where trying to learn the rules can be
Understood. Traveler, Paimon, to be honest, hearing Timaeus talking...
Well, what are we waiting for?
Quit following me. Too slow.
Welcome to the Cat's Tail. Oh, and Sucrose the Alk. I'm afraid I've already told you before. Fur from the Cat's Tail staff is not for sale. No matter...
Don't worry, Margaret. We're...
Sucrose.
Oh. I just wanted to test out some hype... Actually, Margaret, we're here to learn...
Genius Invocation TC. You see, more and more people have been gathering at the Cat's Tail to play. Speaking of which, I believe you've... You know Prince. This is the Cat's Tail after all. So I thought...
Allow me to interpret. Prince says that the word customer is...
My mistake. So it seems I haven't introduced you yet.
I'm afraid I must correct you there, ma'am. Only Prince, the strongest and most The average player is incapable of grasping the subtlety and sheer genius behind Prince's...
Wow! Another...
How can you use such a crude word as animal to describe the one and only Prince? He is... Oh? What's that? Shu Yen. In the eyes of the common...
It seems he really is capable of communicating.
Seriously, how can he get all of...
Yes, it was the sacred duels of Genius Invocation, TCG, that formed and cemented our bond.
So, playing Genius...
Anyway, if you'd like to know any... Though I'd love to explain more myself, it's time for my daily walk. I'll...
Just as a seasoned warrior can foresee the path of his opponent... That's what Prince said.
Oh, Prince doesn't want to play with us, huh?
I'm sorry, but from the day I met the mighty Cardmaster Prince,
If Prince is unwilling to play, then I guess we should look for...
Yeah, blah, blah, blah. What is it? I'm pretty busy over here, you know? Huh. Why is it that every player that sets foot in here to play Genius Invocation TCG has to have a drink? Seriously, games and drinks don't mix. Don't they get that?
What can I say? As the tavern owner, I can't help but feel happy to hear this. Anyway, I see you've been working hard, so I thought you could use a break. So why not come...
Ha! Yeah, what kind of break is that? Oh, why are we letting all these loafers come in here to play Genius? You know, if drink sales keep going up like this, pretty soon Mondstadt's alcohol industry... Huh. Looks like my first step into...
My dear, you are quite mistaken. You said it yourself, a clear mind is necessary to win. Prince speaks the truth, Diona. Not...
Could it really?
Sure, why not? Alrighty then. Our 2 customers are waiting to learn.
But Shuya...
Shuyan, drink.
Oh, okay.
Ooh, all right. We'll need some space.
Good deeds and bad. In the end, all will be placed upon the scales.
Okay, let's go through the rules. First things first.
Deck?
Yes? You should have built a deck. What's with the blank stairs? Come on. Don't tell me you came to learn Genius Invocation TC.
That's right. We have some...
Yeah. Okay, let me think. Oh, that reminds me. A few days ago, when I was closing up for the night, I noticed a customer had...
Are you sure that's okay?
It's already been a few days, and he still hasn't come back to claim them. Oh, okay, yeah, I got them here with me. You know, just in case.
All right, so now we have 2 character cards.
Yup. So, are you ready to start? All right, then let's begin. Welcome to the world of Genius Invocation TCG. Simply put, this is a game where you control character cards to duke it out with your... Once you've defeated all of your opponent's character cards. Now then, you're gonna need a character on the field to start with.
Let's go.
First, we roll 8 elemental dice at the start of every round. These dice correspond to elemental energy. We'll be spending these dice to perform actions. Once the roll phase is over, you'll enter the action phase, where the real game starts. During the action phase, you can spend elemental dice. Of course, the most common action is to use character skills. Not bad. You just made your first attack. During the action phase, both sides will take turns making their moves. After you use a skill to attack your opponent, it's their turn to attack. And as you can see, once the enemy finishes their move, it's our turn again. Now, these are Omni-Element dice. They can be spent on any move so we're gonna use them to pay for the pyro dice needed. That was pretty good. That's one opponent down for the count. Bam! But the game has only just begun. Remember, you have to... As much as we'd like to attack again, and that after you end round, you won't be able to do anything else, and once everyone chooses end round, we can move on to the next round. All right! Here we are, a fresh new round! Woohoo! And a fresh new round means time to roll the dice again. Ooh, that's some terrible luck. Well, there's no way we'll be able to use Diluc's skill now. But don't worry, situations like these are why we have the option to reroll. Once per round, you can select all the dice that you don't like and reroll them. When the action phase begins, the player who first chose end round in the previous round takes their turn first. This means that since you finished first Alrighty then, let's learn a little bit about energy and elemental bursts. Each time you use a skill, your character will gain 1 energy. Once Diluc's energy is full, he can use a powerful elemental burst. But never mind. Let's start with a normal attack instead. Diluc's normal attack only needs 1 pyro die and 2 other dice of any type. In any case, your normal attack needs fewer pyro dice than your elemental skill. Now we have 3 energy. It's time to use your powerful elemental burst!
Time for retribution!
In an actual game of Genius Invocation TCG, you need... Next up, it's time for your... Oh, it seems like any move by Kai is going to cost quite a lot of cryo dice. When you deal cryo damage, you'll cause your target to be affected by cryo.
Dodge this!
Good! Now our opponent is affected by cryo. These different types of elemental damage affect enemies with different elements. When a character is affected by certain elemental, an elemental reaction will be triggered. At the moment, your opponent is affected by cryo. So oh, that reminds me. Both sides must have one active character, while others are... Normally, we can only use the active now. If we want to use the skills of our standby character, in this case, we'll have to switch to... You can spend one elemental die of any kind to switch a standby character to the active character.
Let's go.
Switching characters is an action, just like using a... Most skills can only target the active character. As you can see, your opponent just attacked Diluc. All right then, now that Because the opponent is already affected by cryo, when triggered, melt increases damage dealt by 2. This will allow you to deal loads of damage in one go! Haha! Genius invocation... All right! Next up, let's learn how to use card types other than character cards. These cards are all known as action cards. Each time a match starts, you have to draw 5 action cards to... Uh-oh. Looks like we don't have any elemental dice we can spend to make an attack. Seriously? We still don't have any usable dice even after that reroll? Well, never mind. Even in cases that don't underestimate action cards. They can grant all kinds of... So playing this action card will require 2 of these. See the symbol? Yeah, that means you'll need to play elemental dice of the same type. Some other cards will cost you these instead. The cost requirements for these are much more lenient. You can spend any... We'll cross that bridge when we get there, though. For now... So, playing an action card from your hand is a form of fast action. Fast actions do not end your current turn. Simply put, you can continue to act even after playing an action. But wait, Diluc's elemental skill costs 3 pyro dice, and right now, we don't even have 1. Well, not a problem. This is by discarding 1 card from your hand, you can convert 1 elemental die into the element of your current active character. Sometimes, you won't be able to perform any actions you want to because you didn't roll the elemental dice you wanted. Oh well, in Genius Invocation TCG, keeping up in this case, well, just like playing cards from your hand, elemental tune. Come on, hurry up! Use elemental tuning to get yourself 3 pyro dice. Would you look at that? Finally, Because you have the White Iron Greatsword equipped, Searing Onslaught will deal 1 extra... Now comes the final part! Hoo-yeah! At this time, we can select any number of cards in our hand to shuffle back into the draw pile, and then draw the... Once you have confirmed any adjustments you wish to make to your starting hand, both players have to select their starting active character at the same time. Oh boy, this one's a real doozy. Let's see how you do this time. Remember, start by selecting your initial starting character.
Let's finish this swiftly.
Look at you! You sure are getting the hang of these rolls. Now you can preview your opponent's actions. I mean, that is to say, you can read their intent. Check it out. So here's where you can see all your opponent's intentions for this round. All your opponent's intended actions for the round will be listed here in order. Reference this to come up with effective countermeasures and easily defeat your opponents. Well then, that's the end of the tutorial. You're on... Wait. There's one more thing I almost forgot. Every time you hit an end phase, you get to draw 2 cards. Remember, you have to make use of both your elemental dice and your action cards to... All right, cool. What we just played was an adventure Genius Invocation TCG can be played in duel mode, where each player brings 3 character cards, or in adventure challenge mode, with a fixed but. The rules are all the same. As long as you understand the basics.
Although I feel there is still.
That was quite the detailed explanation. I didn't know the Cat's Tail's famous mixologist.
What? What? Oh, when did you?
I stepped in while you were in the middle of your explanation. I hope I didn't dampen the mood.
You snuck in without making a sound. Anyway.
The Cat's Tail is a player in Mondstadt's alcohol industry. Naturally, I'm here today to discuss a few items of business with Margaret.
Too bad she just left. But if you head off right now.
Never mind, it's nothing urgent. In fact, I think I'm now more in.
Wait! This card? It's Diluc's character card!
Although I have some degree of experience with Genius Invocation TC.
A customer left it behind a few days ago. But he was.
Oh? And what sort of a customer was he?
He wasn't wearing an eye patch, okay? He had a light complexion and a super serious look on his face. He wasn't.
Eye patch?
Gah! I was trying to give the opposite to.
Don't worry. Somehow, I don't think he'll be giving you any trouble.
So, what about the Diluc character card?
I don't mind. It's just a card with my image on it.
I didn't expect Diluc to be familiar with Genius Invocation.
The game has been catching on lately. It's hard to go anywhere without hearing it mentioned. Every now and then, I'll sit down and play a game with the customers in Angel's Share. I was hoping we could play a game, but this issue of someone leaving a character card with my image of the cat, it's getting late, and someone has some explaining to do. Good. Then I'll take my leave.
You know where the door is. Don't let the. Uh-oh. Guard captain.
I hope Kaya will be alright. Well, now that we are familiar with the rules, why don't we try playing a.
Ooh, 2 new players having their first ever duel. But in order to play an official duel, remember, a complete deck has to have 3 character cards and 30 act.
Then, let's use my cards. These were mixed in with all the others I had received. Now, it looks like we each have the Kaya, Diluc, and Sucrose character cards. So why don't we have our first duel? All right, let's duel.
Unlike the adventure challenge you tried previously, duels are true tests of strength between two. In a duel, your opponent can also use action cards, and they'll also be able to grab new cards during an end phase. At the same time, your opponent must also spend element. Are you ready? It's time for some
Let's go.
This will be interesting. Freeze! This moment will be frozen in time. Cool it!
I want to help.
absorption test.
Let's go.
Where did I go wrong?
Darn. I didn't factor that into the equation. Demo test 6308. Absorption test. My research. Oh, I wasn't expecting that.
Cool it!
My research has failed.
Let's go.
Okay, one character card defeated.
I'm not done.
I can't believe I lost when we had the exact... Every decision is a difficult trade-off in this game.
That's not how the rules work, Sucrose. Don't be a...
Oh, I am sorry. I was beaten fair and square, but it was a fun match.
Paimon didn't know you could get so competitive, Sucrose.
I always get a little upset when I lose. It's like that with my research, too. It always gets to me when my experiments don't go as planned. Especially when there's an alchemy genius like Albedo around to compare myself to.
You lost me at alchemy and experiments. Playing cards is no different. Each game you lose makes you want to... seizing victory through...
But what if you keep trying?
A losing streak, yeah. That'll Besides, Sucrose, you're already making great progress.
Thank you. I'm just a little
Good! Having fun is the main thing.
I'll definitely be back.
Alright. I think you should have all the basics down by now. Huh. Burning Mondstadt's wine industry to the ground keeps me...
I see. So you have now grasped the rules of
That's right! The Traveler, Sucrose, Paimon, picked it up from watching you and
Becoming a TCG player. Oh, sobering words from Prince there. But I'm afraid he's right. To become a... Yes, although to be... Basically, to become an official and
So, you have to...
The duel... I agree. Although I didn't get to observe the match
Same way you can...
A well-trained ear is a basic skill... Sucrose, you may have lost the last duel, but don't... But first thing... Ah, yes, my goodness! Completely slipped my mind. I'm lucky to have Prince here to remind...
Oh, Timaeus mentioned it, didn't he?
Oh, that's right! The soul... So the casket of
Well... Actually, all card cases in Genius...
Oh! Paimon, guess what you're gonna say next? The reason they can set...
That would mean an extraordinarily high number of people in history have been...
Darn! What a letdown. Alright, now...
All caskets are probably for the best. Okay, so go and see Margaret to claim your casket of tomes.
But even for the Traveler, that's only 2 wins in total.
I shall choose the final contestant. He must be... Excellent plan, Prince. Happy dueling.